Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nexus, where we spotlight some of our favorite local businesses and nonprofits. We have an amazing nonprofit representative here today. She is a blast. We are going to have a good time. We have just something amazing to let you know about the show.
Yeah, should we tell them?
I don't know. We got to introduce you first, and then we'll get into it, but
fair enough.
Hold on to your seats, because this is going to be fun.
Yes, get ready.
Everybody, I have Phoebe Hampton here with Chariots for Hope. She's awesome. You have to get to know this woman. They're doing amazing things out in this city and in Omaha, and I cannot wait for you to learn more about what they do. So welcome to the show,
Thank
Phoebe.
you for the introduction. It's such an honor to be here. My face already hurts from laughing.
We've had
so
such
it's a good
blast.
start.
Yes. Where shall we start? I think we need to start with the beginning. Where are you from? How did you get here? How did we get blessed with the Phoebester?
Is this woman an alien? She cannot be from around here. So I will just give you a couple of nuggets, kind of delve back into little baby Phoebe. So that's a long time ago. We won't go through the whole year by year process.
Like
but
the birthing?
No. That's just awkward. Let's just spare the audience that. But I am from a small town, Wahoo, Nebraska. I think it's worth mentioning that Wahoo was the home office of Dave Letterman's Top 10.
Heck yes!
It was actually in a phone booth, which was interesting that they did that.
Do they still have the phone booth?
They still have the phone booth, and sometimes people are seen there, like, taking pictures in that phone booth.
That
like,
is
it's obviously
awesome.
not being used, but it's just a piece of history.
Yes.
So, Wahoo.
And Northeast Nebraska, who I tend to really enjoy people from that area.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Wahoo was a good place. So it was also somewhat of a basketball dynasty.
Totally.
People that know of Wahoo know that they were, they breed basketball players.
Forced to be reckoned
Wahoops.
with.
They were just winning all the games.
Couldn't stand them people.
Right. I usually get people that are either like, oh yeah, I hate Wahoo. I had a guy that, I think he was from New York. He's like, yeah. And he's smiling, so I'm thinking, okay, he loves Wahoo.
This is great.
And he's like, yeah, Wahoo beat us 100 to 40. And one of our guys scored 30 of the points. I'm like, okay, oops.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. So Wahoo,
Did
Nebraska.
you play?
Renee.
You were a star. I know it. You're tall.
This is where the sad story of the JV All-State comes in. Okay, there is no JV All-State or All-American, but that was my nickname as a joke because I was not good.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually stunned. I'm like,
So
you're not good at basketball?
I can play the game of horse like no other. I'm just draining it. But if someone's guarding me within 5 feet, 10 feet, 50 feet, I'm a mess.
You're too sensitive.
Yeah. I don't have the moves. So one thing I did do was track and field. That was my thing. So
what events?
I did the 400 and 800.
Oh, those long legs. You looked
Crazy.
like a dream out there. You were just like striding.
It was rough. Like, to me, that was a sprint.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't fast enough to do actual sprints, so that was my thing.
That's so cool. And did you win?
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I don't want to brag, but I did. My goal was to win state. I always wanted to win state in the 800, and I did senior year. And I still have the record at Wahoo.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
Can't run anymore, but
that is the hardest event.
Well,
that is so cool, and you're back to running.
I mean, ish. We'll talk about that later because it's not like
this could be a long
easy.
show.
Yes.
We're gonna need some time.
So Wahoo, that was where it all started, and then I went to Drake University. I ran track there. Ended up at Doane. It was Doane College at the time. Aged myself a little bit, but it's Doane University now.
Yeah.
And I loved it there. That was a great place. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I still don't know. You just kind of, there's so many choices and options at that time in life.
And you change.
And
all
you
throughout
change,
your life.
which is exciting. So I was into English, and I just always wanted to write a novel. So after school, after college, I moved to Omaha, and I did work at Gallup Poll off and on, and they told me I had woo.
Totally. You would have been great on the phone.
Well,
did you do interviews?
I did. It was a track, so you just call and you give someone a survey about something. And I was just yapping to people all day.
They were sucked in.
And I loved
They didn't want to take the survey, but they wanted to talk to you.
I made them take that survey in a really kind way, yes. So I enjoyed that, but I'd mainly just traveled and kind of just decided, what am I going to do? So we'll just fast forward a little bit. And all of this really does tie in, you guys. So that's why I'm sharing it. So I moved from Omaha to Lincoln in 2005. I found out I was going to be a mom and a single mom too. So everything kind of changed for me, and I was just like, okay, I didn't care how old I was, I want to be closer to my parents. They were in Lincoln. And I'm like, hey, I'm the earner of this family, I'm going to have a baby boy, so I was just doing sales. I did admin and then sales and marketing for Farm Bureau Financial Services, and was just working away. So fast forward, I met my now husband 2010, and we had a baby girl together, and she's now in 6th grade. And my baby Luke is a senior in high school, which is insane.
That's crazy.
I didn't age, but he did. It's really weird. So,
and you know what you did in college, so we're
concerned. Right? Exactly. You get me. So anyway, I was able to have the ability to stay home with the kids. I had an in-home daycare, PTO mom, all that stuff.
So cool.
Then Ella got to preschool age, and I was like, okay, what the heck am I going to do? I have all this time. So I did a couple fun jobs, like Eat, Fit, Go. I was slinging healthy meals. Then I worked at Fleet Feet. And
totally fits
you.
Exactly.
So it's on brand, and I loved it. And here's kind of where it gets towards what I'm doing now. So I always had something inside of me. Yes, I had woo. I could do sales, marketing, all that. I loved that. But it wasn't gripping my heart in a way where I just really... I had experiences in my own life where I was a struggling single mom. I had times in my life where I struggled with transportation, and more on that later, but I just had a really big heart to help people. And this job opened up at Lutheran Family Services, and they said, would you come and be a recovery specialist where you teach classes, do one-on-ones, help people with mental health challenges and substance use challenges? I was like, what the heck is this? How do I know that? And then I thought, wait, I've had battles with both of those myself. I've struggled with anxiety. You know what, if they don't hire me, great, because it's easier to just work this job, this job where I don't know, and so the door will either open or shut. Well, they hired me.
Oh my gosh, what a life change. And I'm sure you made such a huge impact. That's awesome.
Thank you. And
they're lucky to have you.
It. I felt my heart just opening every day, and I was happy there. Things were great, and an application landed on my desk, and it said Chariots for Hope. And this woman said, I want to get a car. She's a single mom of 5 kids. And I looked through it, read the fine print, and Chariots for Hope was in Omaha. And I thought, how the heck are you going to give somebody a car? You're in Omaha. Well, they did, remotely.
Cool.
4 cars later that I referred, they headhunted me during COVID season, said, hey, would you help us start off the market in Lincoln? And the rest is history. So you found out about the
organization within the Lutheran Family Services. There were people that were needing transportation. So you were like, I know of this awesome organization. They might be able to help you out. Let's apply. And you got 4 people a vehicle. And changed their lives. And then Chariots just thought, we got to have her.
That's what happened. It was crazy.
Awesome.
Michelle Hurt, the co-founder, she literally Facebook stalked me, and I wasn't even a friend with her on Facebook. And she's like, you might want to call me now. And I called her. It was just meant to be.
Oh, totally. So and you feel personally attached to that, like, pain and suffering, and you're like alleviating it. It would bring so much joy.
Absolutely. That's cannot even explain. So I mean, in my past, I even had a time where someone that I didn't know, but it was my parents' friend, they gave me a car.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, how could I ever repay this? Like, this is stuff that you just can't make up.
Yeah.
So it strikes me just really deep what I do. I really can attach to that. So.
Yeah. Well, you can just so relate to anyone that's like struggling and needing assistance. So you can like talk to them on a totally different level, and you're going to be like such a difference maker when you have that connection to
it's
them.
It's life changing.
So what are the requirements for somebody that might not have transportation right now, but they've got a job and they're doing their thing? Like, how can you help them?
That's such a great question, because some people think, oh, it's like Oprah, they just get a car. No, they might get a car eventually, but there is a whole process. So we partner with over 100 organizations in the various markets we serve. They send us referrals. So they will send us someone that's experiencing a transportation barrier, and then the application comes in and we vet that. So we have them do a drug test. They do a discretionary income budget to make sure they can afford to pay for gas and insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'm like, wow, it's crazy expensive.
Yeah.
So
that's a big life change for someone
to
take on that expense.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that it's going to a home where they can.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So once they get vetted and approved, they will take classes with us. So we don't just want to give them a car. We want to break that cycle on how they got to that place. And they learn from our experts that we hired about financial literacy, about car maintenance, and then they put $500 of their own skin into the game.
Wow.
I know.
So they have to save that up while they're going through the classes.
Exactly. They'll take ownership of that. And when they actually get that car, which is this surprise blessing is what we call it, it's pretty awesome. So they know they're getting a car, but they don't know when.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
They could be walking around every single day thinking, is today the day?
Right.
Is today the day?
I would be.
I've seen videos of a few of the surprise blessings, and they just melt. Like, they're in tears.
Yes.
They're so genuinely grateful for what you've given them and like the hope for future. I mean, you just see it like, okay, I'm going to be okay. Like, you can literally see it on their face.
That's such a great way to say it.
Yeah.
Me too, because they're like a snowflake. Everyone is different. Every story is different. And you can almost see that relief just melt, on their face. And it's just a life-changing day.
Like, this dream came true.
Yeah.
And like, it still feels like a dream until they're like, get those keys.
We get so many pictures where they're taking selfies and they're heading here, heading there, and it's just so exciting.
Oh, that's so cool that they keep the excitement going for you guys, and that keeps you guys motivated to go out there and fundraise and get vehicles. So how can we help? Because obviously everyone's going to hear this and be like, that's huge. Like, I love what you guys are doing, and it's so unique. There's other organizations helping with food and shelter and backpacks and everything, but nobody else that I know is giving away vehicles. So
I love that you spotted that out. It's a niche. It's something that we do.
It's still a barrier. Like, they may have gotten those other services and they've gotten their feet on the ground, but they have to get to and from a job and take their kids to school. And
we all need resources. They all need resources. So what we can't do, other people can do. But how people can help us with what we do is there's this thing called a jumpstart sponsorship. So that's when a business or a church puts in $2,500. And what that is, that pairs with one of our recipients that's already been vetted, already put the $500 in. So we find someone that really stands out in their story, and that $2,500 goes towards fixing a car, putting it under warranty, and putting someone through the RIDE program.
That's amazing, and that's so affordable. Like,
it is.
I think so many businesses should be doing this.
Well, we actually had a real estate company that put in, there was probably 30 realtors that put in. And they
so cool.
They all were out there, because when you do a jumpstart, we go to the place where where they got the jump start so that their employees, their family can come
my gosh, that's
just
awesome.
really see how they impacted someone's life. So,
yeah, you can see it like firsthand,
yeah,
like making a difference.
Right.
That's awesome.
So there's that, and then there's also that's not for everyone. So we do have something called the Pit Crew. That I know it's an acronym which we love for Pursuing Impact Together.
Oh,
and it's
that's awesome.
Our monthly giving team. So
yeah,
that is another way.
Like a recurring donation of like $20,
let's
$50,
say $10 to $1 million if you want to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll take it. Yeah. But everything makes a difference.
Yes.
So yes.
That's awesome. So can they sign up for that just on your website?
They absolutely can. And our website is chariots4hope.org. And you can just go, and it's real simple to navigate, and just make a donation, and then there's an option for the Pit Crew. So
get in that Pit Crew.
Get in the Pit Crew. You know, I hate to just bribe people, but there is swag involved, and so at different tiers of the Pit Crew, you get some swag.
I am hoping to lay my hands on some of that swag tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because I'm coming to compete. I'm coming to that golf tournament. We are going to show up. I got a women team of 4 awesome golfers. We're going to do so good tomorrow.
I love that. I'm excited that you guys are going to come support.
Yeah, if there's anyone out there that's looking for an opportunity to support a great cause and get on the golf course.
Right? There's still teams available. The registration starts at 10:30. And I'm telling you, in case you don't know this.
Yeah, I mean, like I tried to read the email, but
yeah, I'll just verbally read it. So just be there by 10:30 to check in, and tee off is at 11:30.
Okay.
And it's Indian Creek Golf Course.
It's a great golf course.
Yeah,
that's where they do the web.com, whatever they call that now.
It's going to be an awesome event.
Ooh, I think
Corn Ferry. I've never heard of that.
Speaking of bizarre names,
good
really
segue.
Do need to.
Yeah.
You know, and Pit Crew really kind of got me going there too, because like, you know, you got to get in the pits maybe.
Yes.
Also, at this type of event, that Phoebe just blew my mind. I asked her, you know, she's an amazing person with an amazing story and a great cause, to come and be on the Nexus, because I bring only the best for my amazing fans out there. But she wasn't exactly sure what the Nexus was. I made the assumption that she might know.
Guilty.
And so I said, you want to be on the Nexus? And so she, being like a very resourceful person, got online and searched for Nexus. And what did you find?
Okay, you know, once we say this, we cannot unsay it. So
this will change your mind forever about the show, but it has to be said.
I'm so ready to share this. So the Nexus, it was kind of this yellow emblem, and it was about WWE. It was completely about wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling. And I just thought, I knew that Renee is amazing. She has a great sense of humor. She's super talented, professional, but she's just fun. So I sent it to her.
You gotta send that to me.
And I said, I exposed myself for not knowing what was the Nexus was. My bad. I'm a big fan now.
I beg your pardon, but and is this what we're doing?
Yeah. So if we just spontaneously break out into some wrestling, you know why.
We were 100% sure we could like get our ratings through the roof if we went ahead and just did a professional wrestling match for you today, but
I didn't dress for it.
We didn't think that would serve Chariots the best.
But
because we want everyone to know about that awesome organization.
Oh, thank you.
But anyways, we did have to chat about it because it was so funny. And then Derek, who's behind the scenes here, had a super hilarious idea to Google wrestling name generator.
Yes.
And what did we find out? What is our professional...
we found out some good stuff. Literally, my face hurts because I've been laughing so hard. This is what happened minutes before getting on. So, you know, drum roll.
Yeah.
Renee is Ruby Chokeslam. I mean, this is true.
It's perfect. I love it so much.
You can say mine.
Oh, gosh. you guys are in for just such a real treat here. I have to announce Falcon Big Mama.
Yeah, it fits. And we might want to say
that name.
What Derek's name is.
Oh, yes. He is Kevin Big Body.
Yeah, it's very fitting.
So we'll definitely post this in the... He's like tall, not big.
Yeah, I was being so sarcastic.
Crazy.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's just like an intimidating factor, though. I mean, he's like, you see you're up against Kevin Big Bod. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Freak. You're like, I just might stay in this locker room. I'm not coming out.
Just going to run.
That Falcon Big Mama. Ruby chokeslam.
Exactly.
Done.
Just done. I love it.
She's got pipes too. She's been working out. She's been going to CJ's gym.
Yes.
She's just getting fit and running again, I hear. So
you know, it's just trying to have a balance.
800-meter track stars just coming out. She's gonna be winning marathons. I just know it. I see it.
You.
Yeah,
that's a long way to go. Long way to run.
You heard it here first. You know, like when that happens, we're reeling this back and we're gonna play it for everyone.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We will post that link for your wrestling name generator.
You're welcome.
It's life-changing. You can also get like a witch name and a whole bunch of other crazy name generating ideas.
Yeah, great icebreaker.
Totally. Like we're going to bring it to the all-company meeting today and find out everybody's wrestling name. So you guys will have to respond in the comments with your wrestling name.
Please do.
Because we would just absolutely... That would bring so much joy to our hearts.
It brings me joy.
We're watching.
Yeah.
We will be watching. So, Phoebe, thank you so much for being on the show today. You're amazing. Is there anything else that we really need the Nexus viewers to know seriously about Chariots? Are there any other events that they need to be attending?
You know, I will just say, just thinking about it, like, you know, I love to laugh. I love to be silly, but just letting people know that really there is a way that you can impact this community. There's actually people out there that have transportation barriers. There's people that are single moms that can't get their kids to school, or they're people that are working hard and using a ton of their paycheck for Ubers. This is a real factor.
Or riding their bike. One of the stories you told me was this woman was like so fit because she had been riding her bike to work every single day.
Yeah, I mean, she had great legs, and
great legs.
Kudos to her. Yeah. But the winter's coming, and the winter is harsh here.
Yeah.
And honestly, just knowing that we can all use our resources and really make something happen, that's life-changing. So.
Well, I challenge all of you to at least visit their website and learn more about what they're doing. Possibly look for their an invitation to their next blessing. I think that would be a super rewarding event to go to. And just get to know Phoebe because she's rad. So I think that everybody...
Ruby.
Rad Ruby.
Oh, I like that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time to be here today.
Yes, my pleasure.
I know you're probably busy preparing for your golf tournament tomorrow. We'll see you there, and we'll just sign off. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.